everybody, and welcome to day 39. On this day 39, I actually have a question for you, and I'm going to answer it, and I want you to also answer this for yourself. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, and what would you like to accomplish in 5 years? 5 years can go by pretty fast. It would put me at 55 years old, and I thought to myself, I said, where would I want to be? You know that old saying, time is never on our side. We live in this procrastination era. We lived in this, oh, maybe we'll do this. And yesterday I did the shoulds, and time just takes all of those things, and it kind of stops us from the process of saying, when I was 30, this is where I thought I was going to be by 40, and when I was 40, this is where I thought I would be at 50. So taking all of that into account of what I've learned, what if, as I record this video today, I come back to you in 5 years and I've actually achieved that which I said I was going to do? So the only way to put any proof to that is that I'm going to sit here and tell you what I hope to achieve in the next 5 years. So one of the biggest things that I hope to achieve in the next 5 years is to publish at least 2 books. I have 2 books that are in the process. And this is the problem with doing stuff. Life gets in the way and you procrastinate and you don't get things done. So part of what my goal is to get at least a minimum of 2 books published in the next 5 years. I hope to also have my clothing line and my makeup line up and running in the next 5 years. Along with a bunch of other stuff, but I think if I achieve those 2 things in the next 5 years, that's doing a hell of a lot. When you look at your personal life, because you can intermingle your personal life in that as well, I'm going to leave that as a question mark, because I really don't know how I see my personal life in the next 5 years. I used to. But some things have happened just recently over the past couple weeks that have really kind of changed my perspective on that. So the only thing that I can do is focus on the surety of my own personal life and what I see for myself, and hope the best in my personal life. I mean, would I like to see myself married in 5 years? Maybe. I used to be very definite about it, and I just no longer feel that way. So we go through a lot of life struggles and so forth, and it requires a lot of decisions and different things of, stop the procrastination and saying I'm going to do what I'm going to do. A lot of us don't sit back and think about what we want to do in the next 5 years. We just go to work every day, come home, maybe hit the gym, make dinner, you go to bed, and you start the ball all over again. This hamster wheel will leave you on there for a long time. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people that are very content with just living their lives on that hamster wheel, taking care of their families, taking care of the household, maybe take a trip here and there. Just live your life. I mean, that's just how some people see it. Part of what I want to do in the next 5 years is I want to be famous. I'm not going to lie. I want to be known for not just the fashion things that I hope to do, but for speaking and being a motivational speaker to people. I want to change people's lives in the next 5 years. I want to share stories and give perspectives that help people tremendously. It's just in my passion. It is who I am. And sometimes going down these roads, sometimes you go down them by yourself. You don't always go down them with a team, nor do you always go down these roads with a significant other. What I've learned in my 50 years is that I have to understand what makes me happy. And part of what I want to achieve in that 5 years is true happiness. I try to make decisions that will lessen my stress. I'm a person that is battling with Graves' disease, and sometimes it's not always the best thing when you're going through this process. Many Many stars actually have Graves' disease. Missy Elliott, Wendy Williams are two people that battle this disease, and it's not a fun thing, especially when really there's not much information, and sometimes they don't even know why you have it. So when you're dealing with those things and making decisions about your health and fitness and everything else, sometimes it impedes your ability to make decisions about the next 5 years. So the only thing you can do is come up with a plan, and don't talk about it, because what you're going to notice is that the 5 years will go by and now you're working on the next 5. So I want you to do that in 2019. I want you to sit down and make a video, right? And you know how things stay on the cloud forever. You know, you can make the video, date it for today, and say, this is my testimony to my next 5 years. This is what I hope to achieve in the next 5 years. Part of what I hope to achieve in the next 5 years is straight financial security. I want money in the bank. I want a lot of money in the bank, and I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And it requires you to give up some things in order to make some things happen. And that's the whole process. You know, things don't get built from just talking about it. They cost money. So if you want to achieve something in the next 5 years, be willing to give up something to achieve it. It's just so part of the process. And talk to the right people. Not everybody's going to be supportive of what you want to do. So this is why it's imperative that sometimes you keep some things to yourself. Especially if your 5-year plan really doesn't involve other people. Or nor maybe you don't want to. Also in this 5-year plan, sometimes, and this might seem a little harsh, but sometimes part of your 5-year plan is walking away from people. You know, part of your plan could be that things and people in your lives are blocking you and you don't know how to get out of it. You know, there are a lot of men and women that are in marriages for financial reasons and so forth, but are so miserable. And they just don't have a plan. They don't have an exit plan. They have no way of getting out. So it's like, so maybe set the goal for yourself in the next 5 years to figure a way out so that you can begin your life. Man, don't live in regret. It is the worst place to ever be when you sit back, you let another year go by, and you're living in regret. So today, on this day 39, make sure, what if you did a video? And what if you came back to that video 5 years later and listened to it and said, did I achieve that which I set out to do? It's a win-win if you achieve at least 50% of what you said you were going to do. If you achieve 100%, it's even more better. It's more entertaining, and it's more liberating to see that, damn, I did do what I said I was going to do. So give that as your motivator. So what if today, I don't care which day it is that you guys are listening to this video, what if today you took a moment, took your iPhone out or your phone out, because your phone has a video process on it, or even if you have a camera or something to take video, take a video, and I want you to give your testimony today on what you hope to achieve in 5 years. I don't care what it is, whether it's health and fitness, whether it's writing a book, whether it's walking away from a situation, whether it's getting a new job, whether it's focusing on going back to school. I don't care what it is. I want you to do your testimony today. And I want you to set yourself up a reminder. Put it somewhere. Put a sticky somewhere. Put it somewhere so that 5 years from today, I want you to come back to that video and listen to it and see if you did exactly what you set out to do. And if you did, let's revisit this and let's see those comments 5 years from now. So this is 2019. 2024, we have to come back and see if we did what we wanted to do and did what we talked about, for my daughter, the 5 years is amazing for her because it is the whole process of everything from grad school to law school. So in 5 years, it'll be interesting to see where she is, and I'll have to report that too. In 5 years, I pray that she's at Oxford, finishing up her PhD. So let's see that if in 5 years, when I come back, I'm saying those exact words. I would be close to retiring too, on my job, which would be interesting. And I hope at 55 I'm also even slimmer and still sexy and beautiful and all of the above, if not even better. I will tell you in 5 years, I doubt it if I have all this hair. I'm done with the hair. So it'll be interesting to see my look and how fashionista I become in 5 years and so forth. But 55 is nothing. You know, it's definitely the people that are moving into this realm of 50s and 60s are phenomenal. So it's inspiring to me because I look at the Angela Bassett's, the J-Lo's, and all these people that are turning 50 look amazing. So it's inspirational to see that we're not sitting back turning into grannies or whatever. We are really taking charge of our looks and our life, and we are being very competitive with those that are half our age. So I'm hoping that in 5 years that continues and that we continue to prosper as women, setting great examples moving forward for our younger generation of women. So do that homework. I want you today, if not today, tomorrow, I want you to do that video. And I want you to do a testimony for yourself saying, in 5 years, this is where I plan to be. Not where you hope to be. This is where I plan to be. And get started on that plan. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Day 40 is going to be interesting. All right.